Well, it's the first day of Davos, the World Economic Forum's annual conference, but things don't seem to be going too well for the organizers. Oh yes, it's the first day. The World Economic Forum, every year they get together for their conference. Initially started as a huge think tank, and now it's also a lobby group. It's a bit of a problem right now with the first day. The organizers, they've lost some of their big financial backers. There's also a division inside the organization when it comes to the political leaders. We're going to go through all that. But yes, so we have... For the next few days, this channel will keep you guys posted on all the developments of what's going on in this conference, the World Economic Forum, because every year they get together, all these political leaders, the corporations, the rich and the powerful, influential people, they get together in the echo chamber with their champagnes and caviars and private jets, coming up with ideas to save you from yourselves. That's basically the gist of it. Some of the times they come up with these blue sky thinking, idiotic ideas, centralizing economic policies, centralizing social policies. And in the past, people just ignored them. But now, their ideas are becoming government policies. So there's a bit of a fight back. And we are doing quite well, slowly. Don't be complacent. Don't think that we've defeated the evil empire, nothing like that. But there is a bit of a fight back. Because the World Economic Forum over the last couple of years had been in the spotlight, this debate is causing a bit of division inside the organization. Initially, obviously, it was a big capitalist forum, but it was even early days. It was capitalist corporatist. It wasn't really free market capitalist. So initially, back in the day, the protesters outside Davos were mainly left-wingers and socialists, saying, we need high taxes and we need to bring down the rich and all that. But now things have changed. The opponents to the World Economic Forum are no longer just left-wingers. You've got conservatives, conservative-minded people going after them. You've got people who are basically patriotic and nationalists and care about their country's sovereignty going after them. But now, the interesting thing about this whole thing is that, yes, Scholz, the leader of the Germans, is the only world leader who is attending. And not everybody in the organization is happy about this. So because of all the backlash, because it's so publicized now, the whole organization, and it's actually their fault because they did really good PR marketing, but they made themselves a bit of a target. The general population from all these countries have been kicking off. And because of the cost of living crisis, all these leaders, including Rishi Sunak, including Joe Biden and many others, realized, well, we can't really get on our private jets, go to this place for a few days in the middle of a cost of living crisis and eat caviar and drink champagne and just mingle with the powerful. It's not a good look. So they decided not to go. And this guy is the only one who's attended. But don't be too excited saying, does that mean they boycotted it? No, they've sent other representatives. They've sent government ministers. We have Grant Shapps, for example, going on behalf of the British government. But having said that, it is interesting to see the backlash because it's not just about who's going. It's also that some of the financial backers are under pressure, partly because of that, and partly because they were Russians. So Russia and China have been always very close to the World Economic Forum. We've had, obviously, Uncle Vlad and President Winnie the Pooh attending it a lot. But now Putin has been kicked out of the World Economic Forum. And alongside Putin, also, this massive Russian-backed company, Moncler, who were one of the founders in terms of as a financial backer from the beginning. They've also been ousted. So a lot of the Russian financial backers who were involved with the World Economic Forum from day one, and Putin's and oligarchs and all those guys, as well as the Chinese Communist Party, the Russians are now out, so for obvious reasons. And the Chinese, they are still sending their CCP agents as usual. Well, CCP representatives, let's just say. But it was clear from day one that this was not a simple Western free market capitalist forum. It was a classic globalist nuttery idea to create what China has created in Beijing as a regime. It's state corporatism. That's the whole idea. All these policy ideas that they come up with goes back to centralization. And that's why people like Putin and the Russians also wanted to be involved, because that was a gateway to the Western system. But it's no longer I can't call it the Western globalist system. It's just completely globalist system. And things have changed. Now there's a backlash, of course. Now they're going to crown Zelensky as their new queen, because he's sending the Ukrainians and representatives to Davos. I believe he himself is going to be addressing them via Zoom. But this channel will keep you guys posted over the next few days on any developments, any new ideas, crazy ideas that they come up with. 15-minute cities might turn into 12-minute cities, I guess. But yeah, we'll see how everything goes. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section in terms of what's going on with this huge think tank, so-called think tank. Where they're very, very influential right now these days, with some of their members being government ministers across the world, especially in the Canadian government. But we'll come back soon with more updates for you guys right here on this channel. So the best thing you can do is subscribe to the channel and click on that notification bell next to it. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.